You say we live. Let me see. This don't say we live. Yeah, this probably need a minute.
Try to pull it up.
I got
it.
like.
I see it.
You see it? No, I ain't seen it yet. Let me see if I can refresh. Let me refresh it.
Good. I got it. I see it. You see it? Yeah, it sounded good.
Yeah, there we go.
Right.
Yep.
All right, Shalom.
All right, shalom, shalom.
We want to start out by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostle and others of great millstone. Shalom to all that came out there pushing the word of sincerity and the truth. It's the brother Bars all. Yeah, we just had another live stream. You know, Lord willing, brothers will be edified by this live stream. It's going to go into the topic of this truth being our nucleus. You know, that's in school. Was that biology, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
I think I was, you learned that in like ninth grade. Sometimes, middle school, you'll see the nucleus, whether it's, I think it's plant membranes.
Yep.
I think they even have like animal membranes, but the nucleus.
Cell nucleus. Yep.
Yep, that's it. Cell nucleus is, the nucleus is the major epicenter of, basically the functioning of whether it's a plant. In the book of Psalms, it liken us unto plants. So we just want to drop that point home, how this truth is really the epicenter of everything. This is the center of that constitutes who we truly are.
I have a definition too.
Okay, you got it. And just to add, last little point. That's why everything you do in your daily life, you have to always revert back to what is the scripture says. What is it saying? With this situation, this. It's always a precept that can go along the lines of everything you do. All right. And if you're not doing it according to the truth, then you're winging it and you're just going off of the lust of the flesh, which can lead to instant demise.
Yeah.
And we understand that the nucleus is it's like the beating heart, man. That's where the life is retained. So in order for us to stay, and continue, in the longevity of Yahweh Shema Shai and enduring to the end, we have to always go back to the basics. Because I always go back to, where we come from, which is, the center of this wisdom. But you got to.
No. You this is the definition of nucleus or nuclei plural. It says there's different definitions of it in physics, biology, anatomy, and astronomy. But I'll start with the basic noun of nucleus. It says the central and most important part of an object, movement, or group, forming the basis for its activity and growth. Yeah. So as it says, the central and most important part of an object, movement, or group. Yes. So our focus. Okay. What is our focus on? What is our? Let me see. There's some other word. Core. Yep. A couple words. Oh wow. So it's just opened up everything. Similar words, synonyms. It says core, center, heart, hub, middle, eye. The eye, right?
Speak about how the light of the body is the eye.
I was actually holding that one.
You was holding that? Okay.
Yeah, it's right here. Matthew chapter 6. Matter of fact, if I do this right, I can start up at verse 19, and then I'll read down to in between to 24. Well, not quite 23 is where it's at. But I'll start Matthew 6 and 19. It says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal." Because these are some of the things, money particularly, or treasures, and being physically rich or carnally rich, if you will, instead of spiritually rich. Sometimes that can knock you off path, and you break your focus from where you're going. Right? It said, "Where thieves break through and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also." Because it said heart, right? Yep, one of the definitions was heart, right? Because heart is that central
Yep, that
muscle.
centerpiece.
hmm
That's a
And then it
centerpiece.
says, the light of the body is the eye,
Mm.
right? It said the eye in this. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but
That
if
deals
thine
with that
eye be,
focus.
yep,
You know, you gotta keep your eye single. You gotta be
hmm
mission focused. You gotta be laser focused. That's
yep,
why even in your daily endeavors, but in your day to day, you go through these little sub missions. It's not the major
right,
mission, so to speak, but these little sub missions that you go through. You still have
hmm
to keep wisdom at heart, man.
yeah,
The actions that proceed have to always be considered by
right.
the book. It
Something,
always has to be,
hmm
it always has to be assisted, so to speak, with the guidelines of this truth, man. You got it.
and I want to say this. That's the thing that I try to keep focused with brothers in this camp as well as my kids or whomever. Um, hey, we always got to remember that we got to see the big picture. What's the overall goal? The goal isn't going to the store or going here to the liquor store or whatever. It's about what we're getting, bringing it back to do with it. That we're gonna have food when we get back. We're gonna have drinks when we get back. The overall goal, and the overall goal is the fellowship. But in this context, it's about seeing. You do these submissions, as you said, to make it through to that you may get your salvation all the way through and through. That's
Mm-hmm.
the point.
That's
Right,
right.
right. It's a little
And
bit
that's that
more.
where it speaks about enduring hardness as a good soldier. Those
Yes,
little
sir.
things in your life, the Lord puts adversity on your ass so that your spirit can be built up, so
Beautiful.
that you'll have more of an understanding, because
hmm
wisdom is it's a day process. That's why
Yes.
we're going to this lesson on the nucleus. A nucleus isn't a dormant I'll just use, for lack of a better term, just feature within the system. It's living. All right. it's,
hmm
it's, it's so-called breathing.
Yes, sir.
It's active. If that shuts down, nothing else will live. It don't
Yep.
matter what's attached to it, because that's
hmm
the pumping. That's the, like you the other was saying, that's the heart. That's the central
Yep.
centerpiece to everything, and everything, all those branches and things, that just is extra. You got it.
Exactly. Get the core of that, right? It says, verse 23, but if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. And if therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? Basically letting you know, like, you gotta, a lot of us have to have things to clean up in ourselves from our life, our soul life, the things that we have done in the world according to the flesh. And we have to change those ways until we get the focus of, look, I can't be like this. I gotta, I can't be like I used to. I can't think like Jake's still thinking like people in the world used to think. I have to really change who I am as a person, uh, and starting with that focus of honoring Yahweh Shem Shai and feeding the sheep and feeding the lambs, that this is my most important activity, or most important thing in my life. Not just activity, but what I do with myself, with this Lord's body.
Mm-hmm. And
Yep,
if I get a precept just to add to what you're
you got
saying,
it.
quick one, dealing with the light of the body.
Mm-hmm.
Says Ecclesiastes 2:13. Then
Yep.
I saw that wisdom excelleth folly, as far as
Mm,
light excelleth darkness.
beautiful.
Oh, if you want to say anything, of course.
No, no, you got it. You got it.
Okay. Verse 14. The wise man's eyes are in his head,
Mm,
but the fool walketh in darkness. And
yeah.
I myself perceive also that one event happeneth to them all.
Yep. They both head to the grave. Read that
Mhm.
first verse one more time that you started with. That was, yeah.
Okay. Then, verse 13 of Ecclesiastes, the second chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Then I saw that wisdom excelleth folly,
Yeah.
as
We,
far
we
as
we
light
need
excelleth
wisdom to beat
darkness.
out. It's like I was just gonna say, we need wisdom to beat out the folly that we partake in. We still got folly going on in our lives, but it's how you exercise your wisdom, because wisdom is gonna knock off, just by using wisdom. You're gonna knock off so many levels low level folly. Okay, so now you can sit there and concentrate on the more serious activities of folly that you may be into.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are worried, wasting your energy on that low level stuff. Your focus is always to remove, as much offense out of yourself, in the sight of Yahweh Shai. That's always the focus.
That's
Why
right.
why we put this work together to edify the elect?
Mm-hmm. And this
Yep.
truth is likened unto a measuring stick. When you
Mm-hmm.
read that in Revelations, it's a read likened unto a rod,
Yes,
and
sir.
we're trying to measure up to that perfect stature. Which we understand on this side, we always going to fall short of the glory, but it's about striving for that perfection, being those spiritual perfectionists, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the Lord wants. The Lord wants us to try to fight to get from that glory to glory. While we're in hell, we still should be trying to be perfect, man.
That's right. And there's
You
no
see?
excuse.
Yep.
That brought to mind. I'm gonna just quote it. But when you go to, matter of fact, I'll get it. What am I talking about? Let me get it. And it's funny. As soon as I clicked this, as soon as I reached for it, it was pretty much right there. This is Matthew chapter 13. Let me get to the point. 19. Yep. Let me see. Yeah, 19. Yep, it says, when anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understand it not, then cometh the wicked one, which catcheth the way which was sown in his heart. This is he who receives seed by the wayside. This is the parable of the sower, right? 20, it says, but he that receives seed unto stony places, the same is he that heareth the word and anon with joy receiveth it, yet hath he not rooted himself,
Mm.
but doeth for a while. For when tribulation and persecution arise because of the word, by and by he is offended. He can't get over certain things, okay? Because he wasn't deeply rooted. He didn't stay focused on make sure I'm deep in my foundation set. It just sounds like, yeah, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I'm a child of God, and I go out on Saturdays and I cuss out the woman and I cuss out the white man, and that's no, it's not. That's not it. It's a
Mm-mm.
lot more to this, and your eye has to be focused. Like just a slacky, but just a quick something that was I was meditating on the other day. If another pandemic hit, we have to be able to heal ourselves with these natural herbs and prayer. Foremost prayer, right? But we have to be able to administer that type of healing, unto people, let alone ourselves and our families and other Akim and their families. But those are going to be some of the things that preserve people in these last days. So we can't just be like, well, I hope this happens. No, we do got to study which herbs to take,
Mm-hmm.
which Hebrew words do we use in this context that it may be more
Effective.
effective to water, more effective to Yahweh Shai,
That's right. And all
So
that
there's
is
more to it.
a
You got
part
it.
of the truth. That is the truth. You
That's
know,
right.
because when you go through this through the book, and when you Solomon was in the spirit with a lot of stuff. Of course, we know Solomon went off, but
Mm-hmm.
when Solomon was getting deeply diving into that wisdom, he was mastering the art of wisdom. What he
That's
said,
right.
he got into botany, or the study of the virtues of roots.
Yep.
He got into astrology, astronomy. We
Yep.
spoke about how the turning of the sun. I forget how it's quoted.
Circus of you. I'm holding it if you want me to.
Oh well, yeah, yeah, you got it, you got it.
Let me
That's
make sure
that's the
there's
truth.
nothing else because there's one more verse on this Matthew. Then I'll grab that for you. Slocky. Let me
Con.
hit it real quick. 22. This is Matthew 13, verse 22. He also that receiveth seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. So we got to be careful that we keep the eye on the prize, the big picture. Don't, if a chick break up with you, that shouldn't be enough to pull you out this truth. If you lose your internet, that shouldn't be enough to pull you out the truth. It shouldn't be certain things that you have as a man or around your life that's gonna pull you out of this faith.
That's right.
Okay, Paul even gave a great list on the things that he wasn't gonna allow to, that he would endure, and it didn't separate him from the love of Yahweh.
Yeah, that shows you if you're truly invested, because you
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't allow nothing. Paul, like you said, what Paul said, he said, neither life nor death, nor angels, principalities, none of them things are going to
Mm-hmm.
separate him from the love of Yahweh Shah. What? Because he was connected to the nucleus, all right?
That's
You
right.
know, which Yahweh Shah really is the nucleus, if you want to be
Mm-hmm.
technical, because it
Yeah,
spoke about how the word was made flesh.
that's right.
So cleaving unto Yahweh Shah by cleaving unto his the book, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And it,
That's
and it
right.
starts now. This is part of it. The scripture says, when two or three are gathered together, there I'm in the midst.
And also, if I may add right quick, in Isaiah the 33rd chapter, it says, "Knowledge and wisdom should be the stability of thy times, and
Mm,
strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." Meaning, the wisdom that we're gaining now will help us make it through,
that's
because
what I'm talking about.
it's all part of the world, the word.
That's right. You said you still
Mm-hmm.
had that in Wisdom of
Yeah,
Solomon.
wisdom of
And
Solomon
just
17 7.
I just want to say this last little thing,
No, you got it.
as a point. It's Friday night. We could be doing anything.
Yeah.
Myself, of course, here in the city of Atlanta. It's all kind of shit that you over there in Vegas, Sin City.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff that be popping off on these nights. But what
And,
this truth is the most prominent thing, man. This is where the
mm-hmm.
value lies. Not this
That's right.
world, man. Because all this stuff is gonna burn. It's gonna perish.
Right.
You got it, Elder.
Now I got a quick one, and I'm gonna get your precept because of what you said. Where we go start? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8. I'm gonna start at 1. Yeah, wisdom reacheth from one end to another mightily, and sweetly doeth she order all things. Right. And I loved her and sought her out. Uh, from my mouth I desired to make her my spouse, and I was a lover of her beauty. Yeah,
Mm,
so we desire this wisdom to be intimate with this wisdom. That's how you gotta be. It ain't what you can't spend all your time with her, but you always anxious. Man, I can't wait to. Oh, Apostle just put up a video. Oh, I can't wait to the elder something, and they going into that. Oh, I gotta tune in. Oh, I missed it. I gotta go back. You
mm-hmm.
know, just getting into the love of this wisdom. It's a little
Elder,
more.
it
It
says,
says,
be ravished always with her love in the book of
yeah,
Proverbs. You
yes,
got it.
sir. Yep. Verse 3, it says, in that she is conversant with the Most High. She magnifieth her nobility. Yea, the Lord Yahweh of all things himself loved her.
Mm.
Right? For she is privy to the mysteries of the knowledge of the Most High. Right? Like you
And
said,
don't
he
get. Oh, you
revealed
got
his
it.
secret servants unto the prophets. So
Mm-hmm.
she also, wisdom, will share her riches with you as well. What you gonna say, bro?
Oh, well, you go ahead. It's all good.
Okay, Khan, Salaki. It says, what is richer? Yeah, it says, let me see. Yeah. If riches be the possession to be desired in this life, what is richer than wisdom that worketh all things?
Nothing
And
compares,
if,
man.
yeah,
And
and look,
understanding how abundantly rich we are in the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, we should be trying to
mhm,
invest. You see these different top investors. What's some of the biggest things now? Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. You got
mhm,
these investment whales, man. They eat, sleep, and shit investments, bro. You
yeah,
know, if you see
mhm,
you see movies like Wolf on Wall Street, you'll
yep,
see guys are fucking sharks, bro.
yeah,
They
yeah,
don't they're relentless. They're all about killing off the competition,
yep,
doing anything that it takes in order to elevate their firm or their status, whatever you have you, above their
mhm,
contemporaries, man. And how much more should we be in the truth? We got nations that's gunning for us because of who we are, because of
yeah,
the wisdom and knowledge of this book. They want to destroy the Bible. I remember there was an article a few years back where they was looking to ban and outlaw the Bible in California. You
yep,
know, it didn't come to pass, but that's an example. These devils are
yeah. In
looking
that
to
article,
remove
if
this
I
book
may,
from the
in
face
that
of the earth.
article, it was said the Bible could be used as a deadly weapon or something like that. Something
Mm-hmm.
crazy like that, like
Mm-hmm.
words. Yeah, words do hurt, especially when
Words
they're
hurt.
against
That's
you.
the
We know
power of the
this
truth.
word is a two-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh. A
Some more.
little more on this.
Okay.
Yes, little bit more. It says, if riches be a possession to be desired in this life, what is richer than wisdom that worketh all things? And if prudence work, who of all, who of all that are, is more cunning workman than she? And if, yep. And if a man love righteousness, her labors are virtues, for she teacheth temperance and prudence, justice and fortitude,
Oh, and
that
and it
are
talk about
such.
the labor, right?
Yeah.
Labor is exertion of spirit, man. If you look
Mm.
into what's this word? I think work, because this is likened unto a work. The scriptures
We used to
speak
call
on
it the
us,
work.
huh?
We used to call it the work when we first came in.
Yep.
And I'm going to do the work on Saturday. I'm not chilling. I'm doing the work.
Hmm. And
Hmm.
if I'm not mistaken, since we're dealing with the nucleus, little science lesson.
Yes,
Another
sir.
point dealing with work in science is defined as force times distance.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
force,
enduring to the end. Yeah.
enduring unto the end, and putting
Yeah.
that work. Because you ain't putting in work if you ain't putting out no force, or if you ain't putting out no distance. That ain't work.
Hmm. Right. Yeah.
Both of those combined, them components coupled together, work, excuse me, distance plus that force is
Yep.
work. This is
That's
and
right,
this
bro.
this ministry is a labor, man. It's a labor of
Yep.
love, and it's a labor of sometimes strain. You get
Hmm.
jacked up, you have to go through your hardships. The scriptures speak about how you have to go through these different paths, man, of adversity in order
That's
to
right.
get to the finish line. But you got to stick
Hmm.
with it. Sophia never leaves your side. Whenever, if anything, if these guys that fall off, they leave wisdom.
Yeah.
It speaks
That
about
that
how
be the issue.
fear
That be
pulls
the
you
issue.
away. You got it.
No, I'm saying that be the issue. They leave wisdom, as you said, and what happens? That's when all the safeguards that they were protecting that was protecting their spirit. They let all of their it's like you holding up something so tight, then all of a sudden you want to take, and now you can't stop it from falling on you. And basically the world falls on you, and it removes the wisdom from
Mm.
from you, and then you just start becoming unfruitful. That's why I did read that in that Matthew the 13th chapter, because the cares of the world, or you become unfocused, your concentration break, and now your force or your work is hindered,
It's hindered. And
right?
then all that work that you put came to naught,
Yep.
because the Lord ain't dealing with a dormant, anything that's dormant. He's not dealing with dormant spirits. He said when he
Hmm.
comes, shall he not find so doing?
Yep.
Doing what?
Yeah.
The work.
Work. Yeah.
Work while it is day. And it says it's a time come where no man shall work. And it's a lot of guys that put this work on a back burner, man.
Yeah.
Because
Yes,
this
sir.
truth wasn't their what? Their nucleus. You
Yep.
got, you got it, Elder.
Yep. It says to wrap this script up. It says which are such things as men have, excuse me, can have nothing more profitable in their life. Talk about than wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
If a man desire much experience, she knoweth things of old, and Cohen. Oh shit! You know how this word is. Coenture. I don't know. All right. Yeah, I can't figure that word out.
Con.
But all right, what is to come? She knoweth the subtleties of speeches, and can expound dark sentences. Meaning, wisdom will open up things for you. It'll show you what the meaning of certain things are, even without the actual person speaking it, breaking it down to you. Sometimes it's like the Holy Spirit giving you the answers, making you think of it in a certain direction, so you can do a little more work, and now you can find the truth in the matter. Like
That's
this
the
whole
subtlety.
Dr. Fauci probe thing, right? This guy is getting his ass handed to him because everything he had been doing as per protocol or procedure of the CDC ain't making sense.
Mm.
Because now they're like, but why would you do this if this is this, and why would you even be doing over there doing that, funding this type of deal? And not to go too deep into it, but he's like, he don't know. Like it's not adding up. But we can see that he's bullshitting because we know through the spirit the agenda that the elites are pushing, and the And we know those dark sayings of things of how does that one go? Never let a crisis go to waste.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they're spinning on this thing, the narrative of this thing.
And we understand the both sides of it. You know, when
Uh-huh.
you know, what did the serpent spoke about? You know, knowing good and evil. We learn good and evil. We understand the tactics of the devil. The Lord told us to be wise as serpents. Part of that wisdom of a serpent, you got to know the both spectrums, because really what he doing is filibustering, you know,
Yep.
putting red herrings and all that. You know, with wisdom we
Mm-hmm.
understand there's an art to you know, jiving, so to speak. Esau,
Yeah.
he knows how through the flattery of lips.
Yeah.
He knows how to defer. You know, he knows the art of you know, not admitting, saying
Yep.
certain things vague, knowing how to play the gray area.
Yep. Yep.
See,
And
because yeah, you can read
that's the
through that
move
through
of
the
the devil.
spirit.
Yeah, that's the move of the devil. The devil would do that
Mm-hmm.
instead of because the devil will speak those things that aren't straightforward.
Yep.
He wants it to be gray area and all of that. But we have to remember what his nucleus is and what our nucleus is. His
Oh yeah.
nucleus is taking us out, and our nucleus is enduring to the end of this that we may obtain our salvation.
Mm-hmm. I got a
Yep.
precept too after you.
I was it on that for me, and I still hold it whatever you need next. I got Wisdom of Solomon or whatever. So.
Okay, well I'll bring this out. Then
Yep.
you got it. Sirach 4:17
Mm-hmm.
says, "If a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her."
Speaking of wisdom, right, right.
Wisdom.
And that's how if you stay focused on what you're trying to gain here, she will what did it say? She will do what?
If a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her.
He shall inherit her. Beautiful. Continue.
Oh, and this an inheritance is a possession. It says, "He that begetteth a wife begetteth a possession," and
Mm-hmm.
wisdom is likened unto a woman.
You're a comely woman. You're
A
beautiful.
comely, and yep. So, you know, you get wisdom on your side, and what
Mm-hmm.
a woman in its essence is a servant. A woman's job is supposed to serve you. So wisdom serves you. It's for the service
Mm-hmm.
of man. You go through certain things, and then what? The light bulb goes off. Like, you know, even you be in certain areas, and the spirit be like, "Yo, take your ass home, man."
Yeah.
You be like, "Oh shit, yeah," and then you will be responding, "Yeah, yeah, I do gotta go. I need to go ahead and get up off
Yeah, I already know what it is.
here."
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
spirit, though. The
Yeah.
spirit be on
That's
your ass at
wisdom.
times. Like, look, you know, you ain't got no business in this area. Then you be like, "Yeah, yeah, it is." Say the spirit, right? But then when you got certain guys that buck up to the spirit, like, man, fuck that, man. You know, it's yada yada yada. And then they wonder why the spirit starts to leave them, and their conscience starts to get basically darkened. That's
Yeah.
that you dealing with that eye. The
Light of the eye. Yep.
Yep. I'm
That's
gonna read a little
exactly
bit
right.
more.
So what we're trying to say for those that watch the stream, basically keeping your eye focused on the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay,
Okay.
which with that light at the end of the tunnel is the nucleus. So everything in you has to be tied to that nucleus. Okay, and how do you tie it to the nucleus? With wisdom and the Holy Spirit. Okay,
Wisdom
and
and
this
Holy
word
Spirit.
is what connects it all.
Mm-hmm. It says,
Uh-huh.
for at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways,
I love
and
this.
bring fear and dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline.
Yeah, hey, because a lot of times what it says in the one that I'm holding in Wisdom of Solomon 6th chapter, it said the beginning of wisdom is the desire of discipline.
Mm.
Right? It said for the very I was just quoting since I'm right here. There's a couple I'm gonna jump around in this chapter as you break that down, right? It says this is verse 17 in Wisdom of Solomon, the 6th chapter. For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline. And
Mm.
the care of discipline is love. Yeah, so if you love this thing, if you love the opportunity, if you relish the opportunity of salvation, then you're gonna make sure that your discipline is where it needs to be.
Mm-hmm. And what
Uh-huh.
the word discipline, yeah, I think a disciple.
Yeah, the root word. Yep.
Yeah, it deals with a disciplined learner. So you have to
Mm-hmm.
sit down and learn this word, and you got to make sure that you get it, and you always go back to it.
Yes.
Sometimes men be like, they'll feel that mental. Oh, I got the Bible. That was something like you pick up like
I
in
read it
school,
twice. I'm good.
like it's a course.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
go through it and you get your stamp of approval and you done with it. Nah, it don't work like that.
Right.
Wisdom tries you. It always battle tests you. See, that's where you have the word reproof. Reproof is is back and prove. It proves you over through what?
Yeah.
Trying your mind, making you have to go through the
Hmm.
furnace of adversity, and that's the crooked ways that it's
Yeah,
speaking of.
yes, sir. Beautiful. It's a lot. You're beautiful. That's. I love how you put that together because how you worded that because it's the same thing as we were talking about with what is that work is distance times force,
Mm-hmm.
right? So how do you prove it? It's not just the one time. Yeah, yeah. I can make one basketball, 3-pointer or whatever, 1 for 1. But can I continue to do it over time?
Oh, yep.
And when I get this shot again, will I make it? When I get it again, 5 times, 6, all the way as many times. How many times can I perfect it? Can I continue to do it the right way? And that's what wisdom is gonna see if you're gonna rely on her every time. Or you're gonna be like, oh, this time, but next time I'm gonna do some nigga shit, but then the next time I'm gonna go back to it. Nah, it don't work like that.
It don't
You
work
gotta
like
stay with wisdom.
mm-hmm.
And sometimes those sticking with wisdom will connect you in understanding to make you'll see the trial being easier and easier as time goes on.
That's right.
I got a quick one if I
Okay.
can get it.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, right here. There's two of them. Verse 14 in Wisdom of Solomon, the 6th chapter, it says, "Whoso seeketh her early shall have no great travail."
Mm.
Right? For she shall find Salaki, for he shall find her sitting at his doors. Verse, I'll just read down to
You see
16.
how, and it's like you see how dedicated wisdom is, sitting
Yeah,
at your doors,
waiting on you.
waiting on you. Who does that?
Yeah,
You know, you know how Jake be like, I ain't finna be waiting outside, man.
man.
Especially Eve.
I let it ring twice, man. You didn't answer, so I hung
You
up.
didn't. So I got the hell up out of there. Especially Eve, because wisdom likened unto a woman. What
Yeah.
woman is really gonna be waiting outside your door? You know how chicks is. They got that arrogant mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Oh hell no, this nigga got me waiting.
Yep.
Wisdom holds you down, man. Wisdom
Mm-hmm.
is with you every step of the way, and
Right.
she won't lead you to disaster. She's gonna lead you to safety. And
But
if you
you
fall
first have
into
to
that,
choose her.
oh, you got
Yeah.
you said what?
Now I'm saying, but you have to choose her every time. You can't be sidestepping with these little weak ass philosophy women, man. These strange women, as the scriptures call them.
Got it. You got it.
I got one more. Verse 15. It says, "To think therefore upon her is the perfection of wisdom, and whoso watches for her shall quickly be without care.
Mm.
For she goeth about seeking such as are worthy of her,
Yes,
showing
sir.
herself favorably unto them in the ways, and meeteth them in every thought." And there you go. She will try you to see if you're gonna always be ready to apply her at every thought, at every turn. That's how she tries you with the discipline of her wisdom. But
Mm.
to stay at that type of concentration or focus, your eye got to be single onto that nucleus. It's got to be the most center thing within you. You have to know that all this other stuff can kind of fall off. This is the most important thing in my life, though.
That's right. And it's likened unto
Right.
like a treasure chest. You know, you won't never misplace your what the fuck I did with that treasure chest? I had stones and damn scratch it. Nah, you
Yeah.
know precisely where your treasure chest is. You know
Mm-hmm.
what type of substance you had in it, like your bank
Yep.
account. You
Mm-hmm.
know, sometimes Jake be checking their bank account multiple times a day because that's where their treasures lies.
Yep.
So how much more this wisdom?
Yep.
I'm gonna go a little bit more into this.
Yeah, you got it.
It says, until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws.
Mm-hmm. And
Then will
try
she
him by her.
then
Beautiful.
will she return the straight way unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets.
Yeah, and then she gonna really show you the benefits of dealing with wisdom full time.
The
Of
benefits staying
always
down.
keeping her as your focus. She gonna hold you down, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's about staying down, through
Mm-hmm.
your highs and lows. And it's not a lot of individuals in your life. And us brothers know that'll embrace you with your lows as well as your highs. You
That's
know,
right.
it's only a few, and of course, brothers in the ministry, you know,
Right.
in dealing in terms, you know, of the spirit, especially women. You know, a lot of women they're you know, they have that prima donna mentality. They have that
Mm-hmm.
Epicurean mentality. They're around you because of the pleasures that come with who you are. You know,
Yep.
you make them laugh. You might, you know, yada yada yada. You know, you spending
Mm-hmm.
money. You know,
You feel
constantly
safe. You
pampering
feel,
them.
yep. Mm-hmm.
It's not like that with wisdom. You know, wisdom is with you and trying to help you come up on a level.
Yeah, there it is.
You see, wisdom knows that
Yeah.
we finished. Wisdom knows that through the spirit, because it's
Yeah,
really the
bro.
spirit that teaches us and guides us. That's why we always say Bah Hashem,
Yep.
Rakha Kodash, through the Holy Spirit. The Spirit know
Yep.
we be finished and destitute. It tells you that in Revelations how we're poor. But I'm gonna get into
Mm-hmm.
this last little bit.
You got it.
Then will she return the straight way unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets. But if he go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over to his own ruin.
If you're not gonna be disciplined with wisdom, she ain't got nothing for you. That's why she tried you in the first place to see if you were worthy of her. See if you would what did it say in that verse?
But if he
See,
go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over to his own ruin.
hey, this is what you wanted. You want to shoot yourself in the foot and keep playing with guns.
Mm-hmm.
You know, keep playing with things that can hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not really trying to focus on the right way to do things. You know, and
That's
wisdom
right.
is there with that experience, trying to give you the experience that you need. You know that you may be able to apply wisdom, and wisdom will hit you with some tough blows, and
Oh yeah,
sometimes they hurt, but they're always for your benefit, though.
they're always for your benefit. And but
Hmm.
wisdom ain't gonna leave but leave you out there. You're seeing a
Yep.
lot of these different Jakes getting bust out left and right. You know, all kind of scandals coming down on a lot of these different Jakes, Ti, and these individuals. A dirty
Hmm.
laundry just being, all throughout the internet, and they become a public mockery. You know, the Lord,
Hmm.
is reserving us, brothers, man, making it where, we don't have to fall victim to the shit that these niggas fall. You know, a lot of these Jakes falling
Yeah.
victim to gun violence. To get shot by the police. Wisdom really
Hmm.
protects us, man.
Yep.
Sometimes spirit be on you might miss a turn. Hey, you never know, man.
Yeah. What
You
could
never
have
know.
happened right at that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It could. Yeah, the spirit moved like that, and I've been paying attention, just to that element more so, just because I know in these last days the way these people been driving, man, they not get enough oxygen to their brain with all these masks
Oh
on.
man.
So I'm always paying attention, and you'll be like, damn, I'm late, or I caught the light, or let me gun the light. So last night I was coming from my mom's hotel. She's in town, and I was trying to get home. I was tired, and I was like, I could go through. Nope, my kids in the car and everything, and some made me stop at a yellow instead of speeding up a little bit and catching it. And another car it was a bus waiting, and another car went behind it and kind of gunned the light as soon as it hit green. Like
Mm.
mine had barely changed. It didn't give the time to wait. They was already going around the bus to go. And if I'd have went, it probably it was that close a moment could have been.
Yeah.
But I just slowed down. I looked over. My son looked back at me like, ooh, yeah, I wasn't going. So this is why you don't make them type of decisions with.
And
Wisdom
that's why you gotta thank the Lord. You know,
time come.
always when we go through these situations, we gotta look up. They all praises to
Yeah,
Yahweh I was shot.
that's
Because the
right.
Lord could have, the Lord could serve us that work at any time. Just keeping it real. The Lord could
Yeah,
set us up
yeah.
to, get our TVs turned off. But the Lord protects us. We
Yes,
are
sir.
worthy of death. We understand that.
Hmm.
But through the humility and the Lord dealing with us, he keeps it where we're protected. Psalms 34:7 speaks about the angel of the Lord encampeth around about them that fear him. I'm gonna read this last verse and then you got it.
You got it. No, you got it.
Observe the opportunity and beware of evil, and be not ashamed when it concerneth thy soul.
Yeah, being if it's like that light, like damn, I'm a little bit slower. I could have been, that. Nah, man, my soul is at. I don't want to do anything that taints my soul. And Vegas, like and I know in the A as well. Certain women you'll come across just to use this as a golden example that a lot of men can connect with. It might be that one you'd be like, dang, I gotta have it, but then something leading you to like, she probably got a man. Matter of
Oh
fact,
yeah,
she looked like trouble. I don't even want to get involved with nobody like that.
mm-hmm.
You know, I can just see myself trying what the hoops she gonna try to have me jumping through just to get with her to get what I want out of her, or to be with her. It ain't worth it because now you didn't divided your time up away from the nucleus and the spirit of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
That's not that's not where our heart desires should be at. Our heart desire should be into this word to serve you. How about you outside with wisdom?
That's right. You had
Yeah, I got Sirach 2 right quick. It's a little bit of that. Sirach 2:1, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
mm-hmm.
You're gonna go through trials and tribulations. It says, set thy heart aright, get your mind right, get your eyes single. Okay, stay focused on that nucleus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which is your salvation. It says, and constantly endure. I mean, you're gonna take hits, but you gotta persevere and endure those, right?
Yeah, you got to be that rock, man. A rock can take a battering. A rock can take
Yes,
a
sir.
beating. When you see somebody that endures, they usually brace.
Yep.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
constant, and it says to endure constantly. So whatever, and whenever you endure, you're taking. It's a defense mechanism
Yes.
for blows, man. And we got to know how to take those blows, man, and charge up from that shit.
Yeah.
You know? Like the juggernaut, know how to channel it. Channel the energy flow, the negative spirits. We channel it to go back to this wisdom. You got it.
Yeah, with these brothers that practice martial arts and things like that, it's like Tai Chi, the art of Tai Chi, meaning taking someone else's energy and giving it back to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's a badass art too. It don't matter how
yeah.
big. It don't matter how big certain individuals is.
Yep.
It's another one. I think Aikido. It might be Aikido. I might be
It is
wrong.
a keto. Yep.
Yeah. But
Yep. That one.
knowing how to.
Not that I know it like that, but just watching and learning. From what I watch, a lot of people will show you how they'll take your momentum and then you twist at a weak point, and that have people, beating themselves up.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. It's a little more on this. It says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. That all of this trial and tribulation you go through, that you endure and persevere through, it all builds you up to endure the day of the Lord. To make it to the end of this thing, which is where your focus is, which is the center of who you are. We wasn't put on this earth to be anything other than the prophets that we come out here to be, Lord willing, the chosen and the elect that we are. Okay, that's our primary focus. That's the nucleus of our creation. My life didn't make sense until I came into the truth, and I was looking. I was like, oh, that's what I'm meant to do. Nope. Oh, that's what I'm meant. Nope. Until and I was like, damn, I'm almost there in everything, but I'm not anywhere in anything. So when this truth came, there it is. Now there's my purpose. There's my focus. There's my center. There's my nucleus. There's my meaning of life.
Mm-hmm.
Everything came to pass in that one understanding.
That's right. It's kind of like the plug that the powers into the socket. What the hell is a charger if it's not plugged into some type of electrical component?
Yep.
It needs that in order to be useful. It's useless without the surge. You got it.
Now I was reading GMS Adawan Ratazar too. He had a couple of them here. Yep. Man. I'm gonna go with you quoted that one. I'm gonna go to 16, Proverbs 16:9. A man's heart divided his way, but the Lord directed his steps. And so it'll have you navigate around certain things. When we were talking about running the light, and certain things, you'd be like, nah, let me go and use wisdom. Well, the Lord is going to direct our steps. Where it may not direct the 2/3 steps, because that's the end of his life at this light, at this intersection. Versus ours, it'd be needful that we be here and be contributing to the ministry.
Mm-hmm.
We want to. let's not get this twisted. We want to believe that we're that important to the Lord, but we may not be. He can easily replace us, so we got to walk on eggshells pretty much when it comes to this, and that's that fear of the Lord, that has to be a part of that nucleus as well.
Yeah, and that's why we went into Wisdom of Solomon. Excuse me, the Gospel with Yahweh Shai, where he was speaking about the talents.
Mm-hmm.
Or the wayside, but it was another one dealing with the talents. Those individuals, some of them went hard and they understood that they had to flip that talent, and some of them was lackadaisical. We ain't in the time to be lackadaisical with the Lord's, but it's the Lord's money, man. The Lord dropped us that. Jake always talking about getting a bag. The Lord invested into us, man, and he said he's gonna come back with what he said with usury.
Yeah,
he gonna want interest on that loan he gave out. He wanted to, find so doing.
Yeah, I gave you a certain amount of it. You like it. No, my fault.
No, I just saying, just taking that 2 and making 4. You got it.
Yep. Where we at? That was the point of that. I just want to kind of to show you that you're gonna take wisdom is gonna make you take them hits, and you're gonna take L's in this truth. I was gonna get Hebrews. Did I grab it? Hebrews. I'll read it. Hebrews 12. Yep. Let me get to the straight point. Yep. Verse 7. I'll start there. Just try to keep it to the point. It says, no. Verse 11. That's the point right there. It says, now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yielded the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. So when wisdom tries you, it's to see if your eye gonna get distracted and break concentration, and you're gonna move away and not believe that this truth is your nucleus, that this is the center of what your existence is about.
Yep.
Okay.
Brother GMS. Oh, Slack, you go ahead.
No, you got it.
The brother GMS, all the one Ratazar, just adding to what you're saying. You got that Proverbs 5:20. And why thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman and embrace the bosom of a stranger.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why?
Yeah, why would you put yourself in there? And Jake in the world right now is all into strange women, strange philosophies, strange physical women, like really women walking around, just things that aren't pertaining to wisdom, that good woman. Hey, Jake wants the woman that got the fake eyelashes and the nails and the heels and the weave and all of that, missing out that there's a natural woman that may have a little short natural, but that's a good woman in there. Mm-hmm. She may not have the most voluptuousness in her body, but she got what you need. She can cook up what you need. She can rub you down. She got everything you need. And we gotta learn to use wisdom to make them type of choices. But particularly on this topic, keeping our eyes single to what the nucleus is, that we are moving toward our salvation.
Yeah, and part of that, just to add, scripture speak about desire not a woman for pleasure. Mm-hmm. You don't, just have a woman just to have sex with. A woman's job is to be for the service. And that's why, even with this truth, you're not just gonna get pleasure through wisdom. Like wisdom just there just to give you a back massage and
right.
Make sure your arms and your joints all lubed up. That's not how wisdom works. Wisdom be like, you know what? I'm gonna drop him off to to some bullshit, man. See what he made of, man.
Yep. And a lot of those that didn't have this focus.
Those trying situations. You got it.
No, I just want putting them in trying situations. Those that aren't faithful to wisdom in those trying situations are the ones that don't really make it out.
Yeah.
Yep, that's why I said in Hebrews it said but the peaceable fruit that are exercised thereby, meaning the fruits of your sufferings, is the fruits of your chastisement, of your learning, of your wisdom, begin to work for you, begin to grow and sprout for you. Mm-hmm. You got it.
Yeah, I probably was gonna. Did you have anything else? Probably gonna close.
Yeah, I got 2 of them if I can.
Okay, well, you got, matter of fact, I can drop what I had. Yeah, you close up with them too. That'd be
You
cool.
you didn't want to bring out what you had?
Well, I just quoted what Paul was speaking in Corinthians when he was going through his adversity. Wisdom
Yeah.
was putting him through that, man. Spoke about him
Hmm.
receiving 5 stripes, I think, save one. Something
Yep.
roughly paraphrased. He spoke about him becoming shipwrecked. He was in perils of the heathens, perils of robbers. He was going through hell. And the
Yeah.
Lord, we already know that the Lord direct the path. So the Lord will sometimes, like I said, wisdom drop you off you know,
Yeah.
through the midst of that shit, man. See what you
Yeah.
make of. See if you're just talking.
And then and Paul proved that he wasn't just talking. And the
Mm,
beautiful, what did he say when he was at the end of his life? He's like, "Hey, I finished my course."
finish my course.
And that's that. His eyes stayed single. I got one real quick, and I'm gonna straight to the point. This one in Matthew the 6th chapter, um, verse 33 and 34. Well, 33 is the point. It says, "But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." All the other things that you need as a man upon earth, those things will be added unto you. He knows you have need of those things, but you have to first seek the wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
seek the righteousness. And that's how, and those things will just naturally begin to come to you. You'll know when, okay, let me go and knock this out because that's how I get my check. That's how I feed my family. That's how I live. Now let me take care of my business over here. And everything will begin to line up, you know,
Mm-hmm.
with that wisdom. Uh, the other one I have is in Second Peter. Let me see. I'm good to the point. Yep, I'll start up at 10. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing then, you know, say that?
Oh no,
Oh,
I just said. Mm-hmm.
my fault, my fault. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Looking for and hastening is that
Watching.
single lie, that nucleus, what we're looking for, right?
Right.
Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall dissolve, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah,
what we're gunning for. The new heavens and the new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And in order to get that new heaven and new earth, we got to stay, because really the heaven, what speaks about don't look low here, low there, for the
yep.
kingdom of heaven dwelleth within you. That's the
Hmm.
nucleus.
That's right.
That's that
That's,
centerpiece.
what does the Apostle Gabar say a lot? Reminds us a lot of your worst enemy is yourself.
Is
So
yourself.
when you looking inside you, let me get all this nigga element that the world and put on me that I want to, that my flesh is had allowed for so many years. Let me fight this nigga off so my spirit can be connected to the Most High Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I got one more verse, and this is the one right here, verse 14. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta be diligent, staying focused on that nucleus, on the end of the light at the end of the tunnel, that our eyes be single, that the actual prize that we're looking for is the focus of our life, which is our salvation from Yahweh Shah.
That's right. You know, that's what it's about. And, brothers bringing put down beautiful comments.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
to add to it. And that's what it's about, man. Having that full understanding, and just like scriptures always speak about growing within this thing. There's always new levels of growth, new levels of understanding, new
Mm-hmm.
knowledge, new hardships. All these different things that we go through, and that builds what experience.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, that's how the trial works. Experience is X is out, and the appearance is basically to be tried, to try out. You
Yep.
test it out to show one's character. Whether you're you build your house upon that hay, gold, the silver, whatever precious metals. Scripture speak about every man work shall be tried through fire. But that was the main one you had.
Yeah, that was the last one right there for me.
Okay, I'll bring this quick precept that the brother GMS Auto One
Yep.
brought out. It's Wisdom of Solomon 6:20. Therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom.
Yeah, read 21.
Verse 21.
Yep, it's this on here. You got it on also.
Yep. If your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom, that ye may reign forevermore.
Yeah, you can go out looking for the bag, go out looking for the lick or whatever you're looking for in the world. But this is the real lick. This is where the real bag is at, with this wisdom. This is gonna bring you all those worldly possessions, but it's not gonna be worldly. It's gonna be extraterrestrial, if you will. It'll be on Earth, but you'll understand how to keep it, how to build it, how to nurture it, and everything, and most importantly, how to use it.
Yeah, and wisdom, nobody could come up to you and rob you for wisdom.
That's right.
Nobody can't have no stick up kids, little jack boys or whatnot, pull up on you like, yeah. Up that wisdom, man. It don't work like that, because what the scripture speak about how moth and rust does not corrupt, and in this personal testimonies of brothers speaking out about how Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua delivered them from being within the midst of this. I heard a story recently. I just shared his last testimony, but a brother was speaking about he got caught up in something involving another individual, and they had him in the car, and they looked like they was going to put him in harm's way, for lack of a better term. And they went through his bag, and they seen the Bible or whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit. And then they took his phone.
I remember this.
Yeah, and they seen that he was he actually was doing video, because he was like, look, man, he was like, what you doing? Yada yada yada. He was like, man, look, I teach the Bible. And they was looking to put him in harm's way.
Yeah. Because his brother and somebody had done. Right.
And they saying, they were like, you know what, we gotta let him go. We gotta let him go because of what? The wisdom protect them. And Jake conscience was what's the word? Their conscience was eating at them.
Yeah.
They were convicted.
Yep.
By the word. So that's the power of wisdom, and it's slews of testimonies. It's manifold testimonies of brothers that's going into these different things that they went through, how wisdom helped them through their distresses and in their daily endeavors. So we got to believe in wisdom, and wisdom gonna believe in us. But I didn't, not to be too long. When you want to
no, you that's perfect, bro.
Con, you close it out if you want.
Okay, I'll close it, no problem. So Lord willing, this was edifying. We just want to keep the nucleus of what our life is about, basically the focus has to be about the salvation in this truth. Okay, that the works that we're doing are always on point with salvation. The works that we put together in our life are about salvation. Okay, that we feed the lambs. We're the best brothers. So like we're the best brothers that we can be to one another. We're the best men that we can be. That we understand how to be, and that this word is going forth, going out, and it's not falling on deaf ears. So we have to be also that example unto those that's coming in looking for the way to walk this thing.
That's right.
So reminding everybody that this nucleus is who we are and what we're about. That this ain't just something that we just picked up and put these garments on thinking, let me just try this out. This is really what we're made of. Okay, so like I said, Lord willing, this is edifying. We want to give all praise and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Harakakwadach. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect, those listening and learning. Lord willing, this was edifying. And that to the next one. Shalom.
Shalom.